Hey there, welcome back to another edition of Man Man with the Show. New week, new stories. First of all, thank you. Thank you for supporting this show. We do appreciate it. Certain stories are doing very well and some stories are not doing too well. So we appreciate, check out all of our stories. Whether you're not interested or not, check them out. You might be interested. Leave a like, support, comment. We do appreciate that. So we got 3 stories for you today. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3. We're not going to take too long on them. It's some good news and some things that, wish lists and something that might be in the future. I mean, there's a lot going on as far as in the TV world, the movie world. There's a lot of changes that are coming, some things that are great. We're going to be going through a lot. I mean, like I said, I have a high stack of stuff that got sent to me, new stuff. We're researching them. We're making sure that, some of the information is correct as best we can on there. One of the first things I just want to bring up is that there is, I've discussed this before. There's a great TV series on right now on FX. It just wrapped up last week with their season finale, and that is What We Do in the Shadows. Now, if you haven't heard this series, go see it. In fact, go see the movie first. It's by director Taika Waititi, which you know him from the Marvel Universe and from a lot of other movies that he's done. This is what pretty much put him on the map, is this series, What We Do in the Shadows. It's a story about basically a documentary crew documenting a group of vampires all living together and their ins and outs of what they go on. This went from movie to TV series, which the movie moved from overseas to Staten Island, New York. Even though it's shot in Canada, which Canada does look nothing like Staten Island, but nevertheless, basically it is a good series. Been a lot of guest stars on there. I mean, this season you had Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was fantastic as a if you haven't seen the role, think of the voice of the Joker as a vampire. It's fantastic. And there have been many other stars on there. You've had Wesley Snipes on there. You've had the dude from Machete. There is an episode, if you haven't seen it yet, it's from last season, where they have a council of vampires. And the three roommates from the original movie, plus a bunch of other vampires from TV and movie history, was on this, including Pee Wee Herman and like I said, the dude from Machete. I can't even think of his name right now, but it's funny as hell. But it is a great episode. Wesley Snipes is in there as Blade, and there's a whole argument. He's a daywalker. I loved it. I really loved it. Well, here's the good news on this. Now with the season's over, they are getting a 3rd season to this series. It's hyping up. It's getting really, really good. Just a little bit of a warning. Here's a spoiler warning for you. If you haven't caught it yet, switch away. Give you on there. Okay, the way the series has ended, we're finding Guillermo is a descendant of the Van Helsing family. So he is a vampire slayer, and he goes through a killing spree at the end of the last episode, which was fantastic on there. You have to see that if you haven't caught that yet. There's some great shows out now, and this happens to be one of them. It is really... The people that are on there as the vampires, they're fantastic. Especially the energy. I love the energy vampire. He's hysterical on there. But they've been renewed for a 3rd season, which is fantastic. I'm glad this series is getting another season out of it. And what's going to happen? It is truly what we have to find out. What is going to happen with this group now that they find out that Guillermo is a vampire killer? What are they going to do next? So we'll catch up on that and comment below. Tell me, how you feel about this. Next, we'll continue going through the vampire saying. We're going to stay with this, but we're going to switch gears to the Marvel Universe. Marvel, I'm telling you, Marvel is really, really busy right now. They got a lot going on. There's so much that we're getting. I mean, we're hearing so many villains, series, stuff like that. I mean, there's hints, which a story we're working on for later, that a character in the X-Men universe is coming over to one or more of the Marvel TV series. We're trying to get it all together. That's a possibility. It could be coming to one of the TV series, or a focus to it, to where it'll switch back into the Doctor Strange movie. We'll get that to you later, because we're still working on that as well. But getting back to this particular part of the story, we know, and I'm going to butcher his name, Mashallah Ali. He's been familiar to the Marvel universe. Basically, he has been chosen to play Blade in the new Blade. It's a movie that's coming very, hopefully in the near future. And one of the things, if there's always been a robust of villains in the last several movies that they've done on this, including the TV series with Sticky Fingers. If you haven't seen the TV series, I believe Tubi TV still has it. Crackle had it at one point. Tubi might still have that. It was a TV series with the rapper Sticky Fingers on there. It didn't do too well, but it was okay. So now we're rehashing the whole series. There is one point, if you remember, if you've seen the additional scenes from Blade 3, there is an additional scene which didn't make the cut of the movie, where they're on a vampire hunt, which is like they're on a vampire hunt, where they, like, I guess a hybrid vamp werewolf hunt that they were doing. It's like a combination of the two. Well, that particular storyline, in a way, is being thrown into this. I mean, we already know, we've heard in the Black Widow movie, we got Taskmaster in there. Mandarin will be in the Shang-Chi movie. But now we're hearing that we're going to get the Vampire by Night, which is Nina Price, is going to be introduced into this, which, she's the niece of Jack Russell. Go back to the comic with Werewolf by Night. Nina used to work for S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Howling Commandos. Supposedly, like, she's a hybrid vamp werewolf, so that's where it's going to bring in. And you're going to say, wait a minute, wasn't she a good person on this? Supposedly, they're going to have her switch roles on that and bring that forward and add that into the storyline. So I guess we're going to be seeing vamp werewolves and werewolves in this, probably this movie series that will be coming out. Because it'll be, they're going to be doing more than one Blade. If the first one does one, they're going to do a whole series of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if they throw this as a TV series as well. Basically, you're also, there's a lot more to it. There's also, they've been setting up possibly a Vampire by Night series or a Werewolf by Night series that might be done. I mean, we're still a little sketchy on that. I mean, some people saying Werewolf by Night, some people say Vampire by Night. It could be a little bit of both. That they may put a spin-off of this, which I would believe more toward that. It wouldn't be a movie; it would be a series. It'll be a series on the Disney Plus channel. So it'd be very interesting on this. And, like, already we're seeing some photos on there where people have put Ali in the photos. I'm not certain if that's Marvel or stuff like that. And you see that on my thumbnail as well. But there's a lot that Marvel's developing. I hope this is soon. I mean, since with the pandemic and stuff like that, a lot of shows and movies have been pushed away. I mean, I'm hearing now Black Widow may be pushed even further way now, a new date on that, because I think that some movie theaters have been given the green light to open, which I believe it's on the West Coast. East Coast, we're still drive-ins, but do support your drive-in, because basically there's some low-budget movies that right now, number one, especially horror films, that are number one right now, they're making box office money, not like the millions and millions, but the thing about it is, if you compare that, they're doing fantastic in the theaters. I mean, even though it's on demand, there's like one particular movie, it's on demand, but yet it's making money in the drive-ins like crazy. So that is really, really funny on there. But yeah, we'll wait for this. We'll see what happens, and let's hope it turns out to be very good. Because the TV series was, and let's see what Ali has to do with this. So let's continue on a little bit more with another thing that is on my wish list. In the early round, I would have to say 2000s. You're familiar with the Clerks movies. Right now, Kevin Smith is working on the next one. And, great movies. I mean, I love watching anything Kevin Smith does. He's a great director. And, he is busy with I think it was the He-Man series. There's a new He-Man series that's coming for Netflix that he is involved in. And basically, they're also doing a Mallrats sequel, too. They want to do a Mallrats. And I love it. If you haven't seen Mallrats, I think of all his movies, besides Clerks, Mallrats is excellent. The other one is Dogma, which I love Dogma as well. One thing you don't realize, if you haven't realized this, Kevin Smith did an animated series out of Clerks. Did you know that? Did you really know that? Yeah. Yes, he did. And you ask yourself, where the hell did I miss this? Where was this on? Actually, ABC ran these for a bit. Now, unfortunately, some things were tweaked a bit. And you may ask yourself, oh yeah, I'm guessing right now, Jay and Silent Bob. Yes, that's right. Jay and Silent Bob got tweaked a bit. And what it was, instead of drug dealers, they were mischief makers in the series. And actually, it kind of worked out a bit. And the series was really funny. If you haven't seen this I have it on DVD still. And I don't know if they have a Blu-ray of it. I have to look it up. I think I'm on it if they did a remaster of it. I'm not certain. I don't think so because there's been some issues on who owns the rights on it. The thing about it is a great on there. One of the best things, if you can get your hands on the DVD, the commentary from the guys, from the production staff, Kevin Smith, all that, they really bombast ABC. I mean, if you want to hear a bitch slapping on ABC.
You tell the story.
I was in the elevator after we had done the table read for this. And like you said, at the end, it becomes apparent that Jay and Bob were drawing the cartoon the whole time. And I'm in the elevator. There's sort of 4 or 5 of us in there. One of the network accountants says...
Was he the accountant?
No, he's a lawyer. He's a business guy.
Thin mustached lawyer. Go on.
But we're in there, and he very sarcastically says to whoever he's with, "Oh, I get it. Jay and Silent Bob were drawing the cartoon. Ha, ha, ha."
And at that point, we requested he never be allowed to another read.
On how they handled this TV series, you got to get it on there. It is hysterical to listen to with the commentary on because they just explain all the issues they had to go through and the censors and everything like that they had to go through with ABC with this series. And it is pretty funny. I mean, it's the guys from Clerks, it's, everybody on there. And then there's a couple of extra characters on there. And it's some funny bits. I mean, there's a whole Beverly Hills Cop bit that is just hysterical with Judge Reinhold on there. It is just hysterical because it's like a whole thing where they're in trial and the judge is Judge Reinhold. Said, "Your Honor, Judge Reinhold." Yeah, it's really, really good. Now, Kevin Smith wants to resurrect this. I mean, the series only lasted 6 episodes. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't that many episodes at all, and it was canceled. Right into it. Now, we're coming up to the 20th anniversary. Yeah, it's about 20 years ago that this was out. Now, the thing about it is he wants to bring it back, and he started this a while ago. The problem was this was sort of part of Miramax at the time. Is a lot of confusion on that. And it took a while, but we found out who owns it? Disney. Disney owns it. And you don't think Disney will put it on Disney Plus. No way. Maybe on Hulu. So right now, it's basically what's going on is that Kevin Smith wants to reboot this, wants to make another season of this. And maybe put it on Hulu, because that's the place to put it. If you haven't seen Crossing Swords yet, there's a new series called Crossing Swords. It's from the guys from Robot Chicken. Oh my God, I just finished watching it recently. I binged watched it in 2 days. I did half and half. And it is just, oh man, way over the top. The comedy Robot Chicken. This is similar on there. You got to see it. And it fits well. And the other one is, the Mafia one that they had on their series also. And there's a lot of other animated series on there that just doesn't fit anywhere else. Solar, also guys who do Rick and Morty, I did that one too. Solar Opposites, fantastically done. That's another series you have to watch. Solar Opposites. It is funny as hell. The secondary storyline to it, characters take over at one point, and it's just well done. And I applaud it. I can't wait for season 2 on that. But Kevin Smith wants this comeback. I mean, I do. I wanted to come back. They only got 6 episodes, and it was hysterical. If you have it, go out and get it, because and demand you wanted to see this. Hopefully Disney will be okay with this. Disney, of course, ABC and all that. They might not like the commentary on there, but then again, that's ABC, not Disney. I mean, Scott Moiser, who works with Illumination, he was part of this, and he could help get the reboot on there. And, I'm really hoping. So, comment below. Tell me how you feel about these stories. Are you glad What We Do in the Shadows gets a 3rd season? The storyline possibly that Blade will happen, the Blade reboot would happen. And hey, do you want a Clerks animated series season 2? Oh yeah, definitely comment below. Let me know. Give that thumbs up. And I just want to say thank you for those who have subscribed, supported this channel. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you again, and keep those comments and likes and subscriptions coming. Thanks a lot. Bye.